Greeting, Aggieland humanoids, and welcome to our 9th module here in human-computer interaction, which will focus on... wait a minute. Our 9th module? Isn't this our last module? Oh, I'm not dressed for this. Okay, well, that's much better, isn't it? A little more prepared for this final module here. And this is our concluding module, folks. So congratulations for making it this far. More or less, I think we've gotten through this semester with flying colors, this summer term anyways. And we're wrapping up this course with a module on interaction design, where I've created 4 videos in which we'll learn about the scope of human-computer interaction and related fields, as well as clarifying what a guideline versus principle versus heuristic is and where those come from. And all this preparation to teach you about guidelines, principles, and heuristics got me thinking about societal guidelines, things like etiquette. So for this special and final fun fact with Dr. Mike, we're going to take a look at etiquette. And I'm sure we're all aware of the fact that really rich and posh folk have fancy dinners where there's a prescribed layout for all of the elements of plate, glasses, utensils, and so on. But did you know that etiquette was a booming business in the 1800s, as industrialization meant that people could move between places and classes in ways that were previously not possible? So there was a demand for guidance about how to fit into social circles that folks had gotten themselves into or wanted to get into. Hundreds of etiquette books were in fact published during this period, and I thought it would be fun to look at a few choice quotes from them as rules of thumb about how one should behave. So this one that we have here, I think you'll find interesting, and it is, quote, "Don't talk of the opera in the presence of those who are not frequenters of it." So, important one for all fans of the opera out there watching this video. Then there is this one. I like this one quite a bit. Quote, "Don't use meaningless exclamations such as, 'Oh my!' or 'Oh cracky!' etc." And then, quote, "In the company of ladies, do not labor to establish learned points by long-winded arguments. They do not care to take too much pains to find out the truth." So you see, mansplaining was apparently quite popular back in the day. And, that shows how sexist and outdated these are. Quote, "Don't say gents for gentlemen or pants for pantaloons, as these are inexcusable vulgarisms." Wow. And then finally, folks, and perhaps this may be my favorite, quote, "Never gesticulate in everyday conversation unless you wish to be mistaken for a fifth-rate comedian." Now, if you think societal requirements have no place in today's society, think again. For example, the very robes and hat, very stylish hat, that I'm wearing right now are based on the etiquette of dress expected of professors when attending graduation. Not to mention the robes that graduating students are expected to wear. Could you imagine if I showed up to graduation looking like this? Yeah, imagine if I showed up to graduation looking like this. And as etiquette is meant to prescribe rules for consistency and successful societal interaction, design guidelines, principles, and heuristics are similarly prescriptions for designing and evaluating successful and consistent interactions between people and technologies. This isn't going to cut it. I'll be back again. Okay, this seems like it's going to be fitting. So, where were we? Oh, yes, that's right. In addition to my instructional videos, I've assigned 3 articles for you to read. One covers heuristics from Jacob Nielsen, the grandfather of usability, and these are among the most influential rules of thumb in both academia for folks who study HCI and practice those who build and design interfaces. I've also included an article that goes into depth about what folks who work in user experience design do. There's 2 articles I've posted that you can skim. I promise I won't quiz you on them, but I at least want you to spend a few minutes reviewing them. One is an article from the, well, not from, but that the Norman Nielsen groups point to as the definitive guide for usability principles. And it's a bit on the longer side, but I do like presenting this at the end of the course because it hits on a range of concepts that we've covered over the entire term. So it serves almost as not only a nice conclusion, but a comprehensive review. So I'm asking you to skim that. Secondly, the second article considers some of what the author refers to as findings and guidelines, and these are much briefer, but I think you should find those insightful as well. Your final journal assignment, which we have scheduled for this module, will ask you to review some design standards for which I provided some suggested resources and to reflect on how those relate to what we've done in this class over this term. That's due by the 1st, and there's also a badge opportunity if you want to go above and beyond just the basics. It includes an extra thing that I'm asking you to do, and that must be submitted if you want a bonus badge by the 2nd of July. We also have our usual module check at the end, which will cover our 4 instructional videos and our 2 required readings. Additionally, as you know, your design diaries are due on July 2nd as well, and your final report on July 5th. And if that's not enough, I'm also going to be posting a bonus quiz in the next day or 2 that covers everything, and I mean everything from the semester. And if you do, in fact, take that bonus quiz, you may earn up to 2 extra badges. So in addition, you're probably asking, what do I do with these badges, Dr. Bike? Well, the Dropbox for badge redemptions is now live with instructions about how to claim those bonus rewards associated with badges. All the bonus stuff, including the bonus quiz and badge redemption requests, must be completed by July 5th. Now, I recognize you may not have all of your grades back by July 5th when you make your badge redemption requests. In fact, you probably won't, because that's the deadline for your final reports. Unfortunately, that's how the schedule for the summer term has worked out, but I think everyone should have a pretty good idea as to where their grades stand at that point, regardless, so that you can claim a bonus or bonuses that work well for you and make an informed choice on that point. So with that, folks, do let me know if there's anything you need assistance with or have questions about as we turn into the final days of our summer course. I want to thank you, and I'm being entirely sincere here. I want to thank you for being an awesome group of students to teach. Despite this being an online course, I feel like I got a pretty good sense. I got to know a number of you, at least through your journal posts and your reports. I really would like that when we're all back on campus in the fall, that you take a few minutes to swing by my office, say hi, and introduce yourself, like for real and in person. Furthermore, if there's anything I can do to help you in the future, whether that's to provide guidance, advice, or just any sort of support in your endeavors, please reach out. I would love to help. I will always consider you my students, so our relationships don't just need to end once you've submitted everything on July 5th. So with that, folks, I do hope your summers are good ones. Please, whatever you do over the remainder of the summer, don't gesticulate too much, especially while wearing pantaloons at the opera and talking about the opera. Oh, cracky. There I go again. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay awesome.